From Little Havana, just west of downtown Miami, we've got baseball from Marlins Park. Game number 3 of this new season between the Chicago Cubs and the Miami Marlins. It's Marlins baseball, and it comes your way next. Jarlin Garcia will do the pitching in Game 3 of the series. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, we're going to get a chance to look at a guy that he's a little bit up and down throughout points of his career. A career ERA just over 4. When he's good, he can be really good. And when he's bad, well, let's just say he can be pretty bad at times. But it'll be interesting to see which one we see. He's a little bit of Jekyll and Hyde. Hopefully he's going to be a little bit more Jekyll than Hyde in this one here today.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And the first pitch is taken for ball 1 as we're underway tonight in South Florida. Guys, this Marlins ball club, as they begin play here tonight, they come in a real funk to start the year. Still searching for what's been an elusive first win.
Yeah, Matty, you can't win when you're giving up that many runs. The pitcher was missing over the heart of the plate, not executing down and away, not brushing back anybody, making anyone feel uncomfortable. Guys were taking huge hacks off him. And to boot, the defense was on its heels.
It's 1-2.
Probably better that he let that pitch go anyway. After seeing a lively fastball on the pitch before, it's pretty hard to sit back enough on a well-thrown changeup.
Now a swing and a miss on the fastball. Then the leadoff man is set down here for the first out of the evening. With that, a look at the Cubbies' starting lineup. Dero, how do they lock up a series victory here on the road?
Well, Matty, you take a look at this lineup today going against a power arm on the other side. You could see a little bit of ambush tactics employed by this offense in this lineup. Swinging the bat early, not wanting to go too deep in the count where he can rack up a ton of strikeouts. Be on the lookout for some early swings out of this lineup.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. A cold strike on the inside corner. Time for a look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Patrick Johnson.
You know, D-Roll, Patty Johnson, decent strike zone, but isn't always super consistent. I think that's one of the things that irritates players and pitchers.
Yeah, you're going to see a few glares, not only from the offensive guys, but maybe the guy on the mound as well. He needs to be a little bit more consistent.
Zobrist with a 1-2 count now. The 1-2. Takes this the other way to right. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
Love the ability to push that ball the other way right there. Nice knock to the opposite field. That's a switch hitter's delight, the ability to use all parts.
Here's Chris Bryant now. It was a 3-hit effort from him last night, so he was a big part of that victory. From the stretch. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone.
Hey, there's no waiting around trying to work this guy into deep counts and get into the bullpen. This is a mid-90s fastball guy who loves that pitch and is aggressive and comes right at you. I would assume the offense is going to have a similar approach.
And smart to lay off there as the fastball misses. It's 1-2 now. Hit hard to short. And that finds its way through for a base hit.
Hey, a little top of the order lightning right here, Dan. The second and third guys in the batting order throw knocks out there, and now you're staring a monster in the face.
D-Row, this is just what you don't want to face as a pitcher, right? You get the 2 and 3 hole guys up, and all of a sudden now it's 4, 5, and 6 going to have to get through the meat of this tough batting order.
First pitch of the at-bat. A bouncer up the middle. Castro has it. One there. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. 4-6-3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. Bottom of the first, straight ahead. We are scoreless on the show. Jose Quintana, the Colombian native, gets the call to start this one. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, thanks, Matt. Lefty Jose Quintana taking the bump right now. Really like this guy. Not overpowering, but great command of the fastball. And he does something a lot of lefties don't do. He'll come in with that fastball to righties. 3-pitch guy. Fastball, curveball, changeup. Throws all 3 for strikes. Not an overpowering guy, but he is really a control artist.
Time now for a glance at the Marlins lineup card in this one. Mark, what do you have on this lineup as they go for their first win?
Well, Matty, we know this is a pitcher's park. The numbers bear it out. Look for the managers to play a part in this one. Hopefully the guys listened in the hitters meeting. They're going to stay up the middle, big part of the yard. But when they get on, look for some wheels in motion, some execution, trying to manufacture some runs. I think that's how this lineup will play it out. You know what we call that? We call that clean living. To get a knock on a check swing does not happen often. This guy obviously had some good karma coming his way.
He's set, and the pitch. And that misses for ball 1. Well, guys, as we look at the Cubs coming into play here tonight, they come in feeling good as they're 2-0 to start the new year.
Yeah, Matty, we had a saying in Texas, hit or get left behind. And that's exactly what this team did in their last game. Scored a bunch of runs, but good approach at the plate, working the ball to all gaps. Line the lines. This team swung the bats well. I'm going to be looking for that again in this one.
Swung on, and he went fishing in the dirt. And just what they wanted offensively as the runner moves into scoring position. Here's Starlin Castro. In past meetings with Jose Quintana, he's had absolutely no success. 0 for 14. Looking at his career totals, Castro is slugging just a little over 400. Not a huge threat, but he can certainly square one up on occasion. And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike. Rojas stands at second with 2 gone. Down the third baseline. Bryant's got it. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. Marlins leave 1. Still no score. Here's the young catcher, Wilson Contreras, as it'll be 5, 6, and 7 due up to kick off the second inning. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike 1. The pitch. And he lays off for ball 1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. He goes the other way as this is hit in the air toward the gap in right center. Under it is Maben now as he pulls it in for the first out.
All right, here's the defensive alignment for the Miami Marlins. Hey, let's focus on Cameron Maben in the outfield. One of the more dynamic outfielders in our sport. He's able to cover a ton of ground, gap to gap. I almost feel like he's playing left center to right center. He's not playing center field. He's got it all covered, bailing the other guys out, and not shabby with the offensive tool either.
One and 1. No score here as we play inning number 2. And he misses. 2 and 1. The 2-1. A little bouncer. That's a foul ball. The 2-2 is looked at, and the count moves full. The 3-2 pitch. He swung on and missed. He got him on strikes.
Boy, there's nothing like seeing a good power pitcher that has a good fastball. And what does he do? He just throws this good fastball right by, brings the express. No chance to put that ball in play.
And now here's the versatile outfielder, Albert Almora Jr.
as he swings and grounds it toward the hole.
He lays out, but he can't make the play, and it's thrown into right.
Boy, Dero, the game of baseball has changed. There's so much velocity in the game. That was a 96-mile-an-hour fastball that he smoked the other way.
Yeah, you have to keep your front shoulder tucked right there. You have to honor. When a guy's throwing that hard, 96 miles an hour, you have to honor that fastball and try and work it the other way to keep you on the off speed.
Here's Javier Baez as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike one. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. And here's one that misses to the Chicago second baseman. It's a ball and a strike. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Right over the middle, knee high. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. And that one stayed too low, apparently. The 2-2. Doesn't get the zone. Count full now.
Well, this has been a good at-bat. He's now worked the count full to 3-2. It allows the runner on first to be on the move with 2 away.
A swing and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes, and that will retire the side. Cubs strand 1. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. And that'll bring in the multi-dimensional Lewis Brinson. He's set to lead off the home half of the second. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Good changeup that time, but he wouldn't bite on it. Now the 1-1 pitch. Now a swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. The 1-2. Swing and a little tapper, but that one rolls foul. A curveball hit right back at him. And he'll flip on to first to record the out.
Okay, here's how the Cubbies are lining up defensively. And this team, they're not going to be moving around as much as some of the new age teams. The shifting and moving the third baseman over second base and the right fielder to play third base. This is going to be your stationary team, trusting pitchers to execute pitches.
Strike 3 on a pitch in the dirt. Contreras goes to get it, and he makes the throw to first. Dietrich is retired. 2 down now. Ready now for the Marlins, Brian Anderson. First shot for him here. 2 hits in 5 trips a night ago. Ball 1 to start the at-bat. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. Wouldn't bite on a good sinker that time that missed.
No strike.
Too tight with that one. 3-0. Brian Holiday would be next. And that one's taken outside for a ball. He walked him. So no 1-2-3 inning here. They've got themselves a 2-out base runner. Up next for Miami, Brian Holiday. First at-bat for him in this one. He was 1 for 4 with a double in the ballgame last night. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now. Coming to the plate now, the pitcher for the Marlins, Arlene Garcia. 2s all over the place. 2 on, 2 out, and of course, here in inning number 2. Quintana sets. Here's the 0-1. Looking at strike 2, a fastball that catches the inside corner.
That's back-to-back pitches taken for strikes. Puts himself in a bad spot. 0-2. Let's see if he can battle back in this AB.
Therefore, it is Russell, and Addison makes the catch to strand a pair. We'll move to the third with no score. So in now for Chicago, Jose Quintana, as we are all set to begin the 3rd inning in this one. And boy, a high strike called there. That's not all that consistent, but it's strike 1. Here's a pop-up now, and no one can get there. It's a foul ball. Cubs pitcher at the plate, trailing with a 1-2 count.
The count is 1-2.
Swing and a miss as he starts the third the same way he ended the second, with a punch out, 1 away. Striding in once again, Ian Happ. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Wow, that's awfully impressive right there. The pitch before was really close. Called the ball. What does he do? He comes back with a better pitch and gets the punch out.
Counts 1-0.
And that slider's almost in the dirt. One ball and 1 strike to the Cubs leadoff batter. Third inning, no score to this point. The 1-2. Locks him up for strike 3.
2 up, 2 down on strikes in this inning. He looks really sharp out there, guys.
Here's Ben Zobrist now. First pitch on its way. Oh, this one bounces off the pitcher. And the throw pulls him off the base, and the inning's going to continue.
And as a former pitcher, I can tell you, nothing is more painful than having to get extra outs in an inning. That should have been out number 3 there. Instead, he has to refocus and get back to work.
Into the box, Chris Bryant. He swings and grounds it to short. He'll send it on to Castro at second, and the inning is over. So it's no runs. Ready for another chance, Cameron Maybin, as we move on to the bottom of inning number 3. And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike. Towards second. That's his first base hit, making 1 for 2 now. With that, the Marlins get a good start to the inning with their leadoff man aboard.
That's why there's no justice in this game. The pitcher executes a perfect fastball inside, jams him, beats him, steals his wallet, and he's still able to get him out.
Back in standing. He's set. Here it comes. Takes a good curveball at the knees. Takes a high fastball for a strike.
Hey, you know in the back of your mind as a batter right here, he's got that nasty sinker. I know it's 0-2, but he might not be looking for the punch out. You have to find a way as a batter to get that 2-seamer up in the zone, or you're going to ground into a double play.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Maybin gets his lead at first, nobody out. Now a throw over, and he's back standing. Set to deal on 2-2. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Baez ranging into the outfield. He's there and records the first out. Digging in to try it again, Justin Bour. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. And this pitch is taken on the inner half for strike 1. Bottom of inning number 3, 0-0 our score. Before the 0-1, he'll check on first, and he's back in standing. The 0-1, and it's fouled away. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Another slow breaking ball that misses down low.
Those 0-2 curveballs are really tough for guys to lay off. There's a reason it's such a common pitch in that count, but he did well to spit on it there.
So he ran the fastball by him for the punch out. Justin Bour becomes the second out in the bottom of the third. Quintana sets, coming at him with the 0-1. Hit down the third base line. Curveball bounces, and this one gets away. And that's going to move that runner into scoring position now. Line drive to left. And this is hauled in on the run as he takes quite a tumble but hangs on, and the inning is over. One more look at the circus catch in left field. More from the show. Saturday Baseball following this message and a word from our local stations. Back here with Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian, as the left-handed hitting power threat Anthony Rizzo starts out the inning. That's lifted the other way out to left. Moving under it, Dietrich looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
The catcher, number 4.
Here's the young catcher, Wilson Contreras. Flied out in his first at-bat, so making 0 for 1 so far. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1. Well, if you love pitching and defense, this has been a game for you. Are you happy with that, Dan?
Oh, you have to love it. You know, Matt, we have so many of these games that are 12-10 and 9-8. It's nice to see a low-scoring pitcher's duel for once.
Tries to shave the corner with that pitch, but it's 1-1. Now the 1-1 pitch. On, he pops it up. Maben moving in, and no one can get there. He'll try it again. The 1-2 is laid off for ball 2. Both clubs with 3 hits in the ballgame. So a full count now.
3-2 counts are usually a time to challenge the hitter, but I think he'll be careful here. Shoot for the corner, and if you miss and you walk him, so what? That's better than him putting one in the seats.
Holds off on the slider, and that's a good idea as it's ball 4.
And I'm sure the manager is just fine with that. I mean, it's better to battle a slugger like that to the end and end up walking him than serving one up where he can really hurt you.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Squared that one up just a little late. A 1 pitch on its way. And a fastball just below the knees, ball 1. Got him swinging in the dirt. And that ends the inning. So they go down without a whimper here. On now to the bottom half of inning number 4. And stepping in and ready for another shot, Lewis Brinson set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning. First delivery to him on the way. A changeup that catches the corner for strike 1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And a neck-high fastball that time. The 1-1 home. Fouled away. 1-2. Here it comes. And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2. Fastball swung on and missed for the first out. Digging in, Derek Dietrich looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at bat. And here's a called strike at the knees. Don't think he liked that one too much, but it's 0-1. Crowds him a bit with a fastball there, and it's to 1-1. Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. And there's ball 2 now. Oh, and they pull the string on a good changeup there as he swings and misses, and he's set down on strikes for the 2nd time tonight. Digging in for his second at-bat, Brian Anderson. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch-out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. And a close play at the bag, but a good stretch by the first baseman got the out, and the inning is over. Miami down. Settling in now, Albert Almora, a base hit in his first trip.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these two teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
The next Cub up, Javier Baez. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And that one just missed outside. No runs, 3 hits. No errors so far for the Cubbies. That's inside. 2-0.
That's a good approach when you're facing a young arm you might not be too familiar with. Take a look at a few and see what he's got. Now he's got himself ahead in the count.
2 balls and a strike to Javi Baez. Now the 2-1. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Hits this one hard the other way. And there's out number 2.
The pitcher, number 62, Jose.
And now the Cubs pitcher, Jose Quintana. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. First delivery to him on the way. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner.
All bets are off for the offense right now. This guy's got a low pitch count. He's attacking the zone. They have to get more aggressive. This guy's not going anywhere.
Swinging a blooper to the right side. Maben has a play, and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down. Into the box now, Brian Holiday. He reached on a single in his first try.
Catcher, Brian
And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike, 0-1. Here's a fastball at the knees. Good spot, good pitch, and it's 0-2.
Can you boys say next? Who's next up to bat? Because this guy's done. You cannot fall down 0-2 to one of the better pitchers in the league and expect to get a base hit.
The 1-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out.
That's a pretty sad attempt at hitting a baseball right there. No doubt he was completely fooled because that was a curveball and it looked like he was late on a curveball. That tells me he gave up on it right till the very end, and obviously there was nothing he could do at that point.
No balls and 1 strike. Swing and a miss, and he's in trouble now. 0-2.
I gotta say, his command of the corners in this start has been pretty exceptional. He's mixed east and west really well, and it's a big reason why he's had success.
So he racks up the swinging strikeout on the breaking ball. Jarlin Garcia becomes out number 2 this inning. And a fastball misses here to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. Too much bite on the sinker, and he's behind 2-0 now. Down low, and the clock thickens here. 3-0. Here it is, the 3-0. Finds the zone, strike 1. The 3-1. And this one misses inside a ball. He walked him, and they've got themselves a 2-out base runner. Ready once again, Miguel Rojas. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1.
No doubt this is a steal situation right here. 2 outs and the leadoff hitter on first. This is the time you roll the dice and hope he gets in the scoring position where he can get a hit to bring him home.
And this one's up around the eyes. 2-1. Maben leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. 3-1 to the Marlins middle infielder.
I know this team has been struggling offensively, but here's a perfect situation with a 3-1 count. You have a chance to do some damage. You know you're getting a guaranteed fastball.
Quintana sets. Full count pitch on its way. Chopped weakly to the left. He's got it. And as it turns out, the 2-out walk doesn't come around to haunt him as that ends the inning. So no runs, no base hits, no errors, and one. So the batting order turns over now and set to go Ian Happ. He's set to lead us off in the 6th inning. First pitch coming. Here it is. And that changeup makes him jump. A swing and a miss.
We're moving along in this one, heading into the middle innings. This guy continuing to pitch well, and one of the reasons why, first pitch strike ratio over 70% up to this point in this game.
And here's a pitch swung on and missed. 1-2 now.
A good fastball that backed him off the plate, and then some slow stuff down and away. That's one of the classic ways to mess up a hitter's timing. Up and in, down and away, textbook.
And he struck out again. That's the 3rd time he's gone down on strikes in this one. What's your take on all the strikeouts we see in the game today, Dan? That was his 3rd tonight, and it seems we're seeing that a lot more these days.
Yeah, Matt, there's been a real change in philosophy as far as hitting in baseball today. A lot of guys think now that an out is an out. A strikeout is just as good as a regular out, but we're seeing strikeouts at an alarming rate in baseball right now.
Swinging a soft liner, and this is taken for the out. Here's Chris Bryant now. 2 away in the inning, and Dan, it looks like this could be another 1, 2, 3 inning for him.
Yeah, he has really found a groove on the mound, and it's been impressive to watch. It'll be interesting to see how long he can keep this dominance up.
Liner toward right center, and he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Justin Bour. Been a strikeout victim twice in this one. Takes a fastball on the inside corner.
0-1's the count.
The windup and the 0-1. Takes a look at a strike over the inside corner.
Hey, that's obviously the game plan against this guy. Bury it in on his hands. He finds himself down 0-2 now. He doesn't know if he's coming back in there or going breaking stuff down the way.
And that's the first out.
Now batting, second baseman.
Here's Starlin Castro. He's grounded out and lined out in 2 trips. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Good-looking sinker on the inside corner.
This guy's been on cruise control as we head into the middle innings of this one. And one of the big factors why, how about 80% of his first pitches have been for strikes.
Throw gets him, 2 down.
Number 9.
Ready once again, Lewis Brinson. 3rd trip to the plate for him here tonight. 0 for 2 at this point. And a curveball to begin the at-bat, 0-1. Quintana gets the sign. Here's the 0-1. Way out in front.
Hey, this boy ain't messing around right now. Attacking his zone, showing a lot of confidence in his stuff. He's got 2 quick outs, and now he's got this guy down 0-2.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Now the pitch. And it's up to a 3-2 full count now.
Boy, went from being in the driver's seat to now being in some trouble. Had the count 0-2, started nipping at the corners, and next thing you know, this count stands at 3-2. 2 ways to look at this walk. If you're the hitting coach, you say, that's a great AB. Down 0-2, you work the walk, but if you're a pitcher like me, that's just a case of letting a guy off the hook, and that can really frustrate you.
Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one.
This is where he might need a mound visit, whether it be from the shortstop, his pitching coach, or the catcher. These last couple of...
And the throw to first is there. The inning is over. 1 left for Miami. Anthony Rizzo stands in now. And guys, 7th inning already. Hey, I'm not complaining, but this one's been flying by.
Yeah, I'll agree with that, Matt. That's what you get when both starting pitchers have it working. Neither of them have been nibbling around the strike zone at all, and they've trusted their defense to make the plays, and they've done just that.
Yeah, and it's resulted in a game that could really go either way in these late innings. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7.
The catcher, number 4.
Ready for another chance? Wilson Contreras. It was a walk in his last trip. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Looks at a sinker on the outside corner. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Hit back up the middle. And that finds its way into center for a 1-out base hit.
Hey, D-Row, that's a 1-out single right there. Hey, the pitcher hasn't pitched out of the stretch in a while. He's been pretty sharp so far in this one.
Yeah, and hopefully that runner right there can get his attention a little bit more diverted on first base, and then he leaves a cookie over the middle of the plate.
Here's Addison Russell
as he grounds one briskly to short.
Here's Castro for 1. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. Riding in once again, Brian Anderson. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
Now a ball hit high in the air, deep down the line in left, hooking just a little. Nearly a big fly to start the inning. Instead, a foul ball. Behind 0-2 now. And a good 2-strike breaking ball there, but this will wind up missing. It's 1-2. Dribbled to the right side. But it gets fouled. Look out. That one almost got away from him. 2-2 now.
Well, that'll wake everyone up. Anytime you buzz the tower like that, there's reason for people to start getting a little bit edgy.
Almora patrolling center makes the play, 1 out.
I know they say sometimes that these things even out, but that was a bullet line drive that gets caught. He would have represented the go-ahead run.
Stepping in now, Brian Holiday. As the first pitch to him is a changeup that can't find the zone. It's ball 1. A hit in 2 tries for him so far. And they'll come back with 1 in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now. The 2-1 is in there for the second strike.
Boy, that's a tough pitch to take right there, right down the middle. But I think that happens when you're facing a good pitcher like this guy. The last thing you're expecting is one right down the pipe, and unfortunately, he let that one go, and he'd like to have that pitch back to take a good swing at that one.
If you think there's any justice in the game, watch those 2 at-bats. Both of them hit on the absolute screws. One's right at one guy, and then one's a single. Go figure.
On his way toward the mound now is skipper Joe Madden. And he's going to make a change as that'll do it for Jose Quintana. Hit in the air out to right. Zobrist has a read on it, and that's the second out of the inning. Here's Cameron Maybin now. It was a walk in his last trip. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And a breaking ball stays outside. Swing and a ground ball to third. But a foul ball, 1-1. Now the 1-1 pitch. Misses, ball 2. 2 out with the possible go-ahead run at first. 3-1.
When you've got a guy that throws a good 2-seam fastball, you have to be ready for him to try to run it inside and jam you. Good job to lay off that one, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see it again.
To short. And he's safe.
You know, D-Rose, sometimes one of your best friends are your own teammates right there. Good hustle from first base to beat that throw to second, and guess what? He bought his battery made a knock.
Yeah, he definitely bought him a knock. You know what else he's got?
This ball gets down. Let's see if they try to score. He's safe at the plate. And they've taken the lead here in the 7th.
Boy, those have to feel really good, D-Row. You get late in the game, you come up with a big RBI base hit right here to give your team the lead.
Yeah, no one remembers that ground ball with eyes in the top of the 2nd inning. You want to show up when the game is on the line. Can you quiet your emotions down, take the crowd out of it, and slow yourself down enough to come through? And that's exactly what he did.
There's Joe Madden up out of the dugout now on his way to home plate, so it looks as though he's going to call for the double switch here. Steve Cishek is in out of the bullpen now as he'll be inserted into the number 6 spot following the double switch. Jason Hayward will also come on now as he'll move into the pitcher's number 9 hold in the order here on that double switch. Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch. Swing and a miss, but he's right on here. 1 strike. Maben over at second. Rojas at first. 2 out in the inning. 1-1 now the count of the Marlins first baseman. 2 balls and a strike to Bour.
Well, I know the last thing he wants to do is load the bases right here, so the pressure is on right now to get back in the strike zone.
Ready on 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes. Very weakly on the ground. 1 run, 6 hits, and 1 error so far for the Marlins. He struck him out. The 3rd time he's fanned in the game. Marlins 4. Kyle Barraclough is out from the bullpen now as he'll make his first appearance here on the season. And now here's the versatile outfielder Albert Almora Jr. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far.
This thing's far from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game. Only down by 1. All they need to do is get this leadoff guy, and they're an extra base hit away from tying this thing up.
A bouncer to the left side. Rojas takes it in. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8. Here's a look at the final line for the Marlins starting pitcher. He was on point from the get-go this evening. Digging in once again, Javier Baez. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. First offering on its way. Takes a knee-high fastball. Barraclough, a California-born ball player. He was selected in the 7th round during the first-year player draft of 2012.
Man, coming out of the late rounds, you have to grind for everything. Nothing is given to you. And this guy has turned himself into a very solid big league ball player. That's a big accomplishment.
Now here's the pitch. And this is swung on and missed. 2 are quickly retired to start inning number 8. Here's Jason Hayward now, and he's getting his first plate appearance here in the 8th after entering off the bench just a little bit ago. Here's the first pitch to him. 0-1 the count. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Hayward, or often just Jay Hay, who was selected in the 1st round back in the draft of 2007.
Yeah, he has turned himself into a really nice ball player. I wouldn't put him on the superstar level, but you know what? They didn't miss with this pick either. You go into high rounds and you carve out a career the way this guy has, nice pick.
The 1-2 misses for the 2nd ball.
Man, this at-bat has changed quickly from 0-2 now to 2-2. A good job of plate discipline by this hitter, not chasing those pitches just off the plate.
And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's worked it full now at 3-2. Ian Happ would be next if they can keep this inning alive. Here comes the payoff pitch. Strike 3 called as he can't get the bat off his shoulders. Side. Here's Starlin Castro. He's batting cleanup in this one, but will get us started here in the inning as they look to wake up the bats.
Yeah, not much to get excited about with just a single notch on the scoreboard, but you have to give credit to where it's deserved. The pitching on the other side has been really impressive.
Set to deliver the 0-1. Just got a piece up the line. That winds up foul. Swung on and missed. Really fooled him that time for the first out. Up next from Miami, Lewis Brinson. It was a walk in his last trip. Started to go down after it, and he couldn't hold back. It's strike 1. 1 out, nobody on. Oh, he had him fooled there. No balls and 2 strikes. Here's Zobrist now at second. Reined in. And very quickly there, they're 2 gone to start the inning.
The left fielder, number 33.
Ready for another shot now. Derek Dietrich. He was a ground out victim last time up.
Your attention, please. Now
So they'll make a matchup move here and bring on a southpaw to face the left-handed hitter due up. In there, 0-1. 2 out, nobody on. And a good job to lay off the fastball there close, but it's 1-1. The 1-2. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. 1-2-3. Always a party in Miami Beach, not too far from us here at Marlins Park, set to begin the 9th inning in this one. Brad Ziegler comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the 9th. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And we kick off the 9th inning with a swinging strike here, 0-1. The windup and the 0-1. Took a wave at one around the shins with no luck. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And a strikeout here yet again. As it's been a ballgame to forget thus far. 4 strikeouts.
When your closer comes in and strikes out the first guy he faces, everyone on the team can kind of take a deep breath. Still have 2 more outs to get, but retiring that leadoff guy is always huge when you're trying to shut a game down.
And it's 1-1. The batter-pitcher numbers with Brad Ziegler. He hasn't had much success, just 2 for 11. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. 1-run game here in the top of the 9th. Slapped hard the opposite way. This will hang up just long enough to be run down in shallow left for a tough second out. Digging in to try it again, Chris Bryant. Hit the ball pretty well in his last at-bat, but it resulted in a line out.
This guy has been unbelievable. There were billboards outside Wrigley while he was still in AAA, and what does he do when he shows up? Rookie of the Year, MVP. I mean, get in line.
Bryant to the opposite field. Dietrich ranging back. That one is out of here. This game is tied. A solo shot here to left. And just like that, this ball game is all tied.
Well, it's obvious they didn't change their scouting report after yesterday's game. He had 2 bombs yesterday and another one today. Hey, this pace can't continue, but he's going to ride this wave as long as he can.
Anthony Rizzo stands in now. He'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Now a breaking ball runs in on him as he's got to get his hands out of the way on that pitch. Two and 1.
Well, it's 2-1 now, and we haven't seen a fastball from him in this at bat yet. As a hitter, you've probably got to sit on that right now.
Now the 2-1 pitch is a sinker that misses for a ball.
Well, this has been a good job to work the count from 0-1 to 3-1, and now he's really in the driver's seat to see a heater that he can do something with.
There's a strike. Another full count offering on its way. And he lays off. Ball 4. Now the potential go-ahead run is on base here.
The catcher, number 40.
Digging in and looking for more, Wilson Contreras. There are 2 gone and the possible go-ahead run at first. Here's the first pitch. Line towards center field. And that's in there. Base hit. And that's going to move that go-ahead run to second now with 2 gone.
Hey, guys, he's not known for being a singles hitter right here, but that's his second knock of the game.
And I'm sure he'll take him, but the guys on the other side of the scorecard might be thinking we really avoided a worse fate. Kyle Schwarber will be called upon here to hit with the game on the line. And he misses inside with that one. Ball 1. The 1-1 pitch. Now a swing and a chopper foul right at home plate.
I don't think he's going to triple up on changeup right there. He seemed to have gotten the timing down on that second one.
Now the 1-2 pitch. And another foul ball.
Keep battling, young man. 3 foul balls in a row. He is calibrating that heater and the off speed. Let's see if he can catch something on the barrel.
Now he gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate.
Hey, I'm biased to the hitter right now. Keep frustrating that pitcher. Foul 12 of these things off. He's going to miss over the heart of the plate at some point.
Changeup, and that fades down and away. 2-2.
Tough to take a pitch like that right there, especially in a 1-2 count. You almost get in that auto swing mode. Great job to work the count back to even.
And he strikes him out on a good pitch, so 1 run can win it as we head to the bottom of the inning. Mike Montgomery comes on to work on the mound, hoping to send this one into extra innings.
Mike Montgomery.
Ready now for the Marlins, Brian Anderson. 0 for 2 with a walk for him so far.
Bottom of the 9th.
And he throws the fastball by him here. 0-1.
Anderson.
The windup and the 0-1. And the changeup is way low that time. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. Couldn't wait back. A swing and a miss. On a good curveball, gets him swinging for route number 1.
Pretty textbook breaking ball for the punch out right there. Got it to bend a lot, and by the time it got there, it had fallen completely out of the zone. Not much you can do with that pitch.
Skied into straightaway right. And Hayward will put this one away for route number 2. Tomas Talis will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 18, Tomas Talis.
Down the first baseline, but a foul ball here. 0-1. High pop up. Rizzo is calling for it, and no problem with that one as we are headed for extra innings. Miami down in order. Score remains tied 1-1. Junichi Tazawa takes the mound as he'll be the first man to pitch here in extra innings. He's ready. Here's the first offering. No balls and a strike to count. 0-1 on its way. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. He's through first and hustling for second. And your go-ahead run is in at second base here with a leadoff double.
When you heard the crack of the bat, you just knew that was going to get down for an extra base hit. Great way to start an inning, that's for sure.
So coming to the plate, Javier Baez, and he could very well get the intentional pass here, as that would set up a potential double play ball that might keep the game tied. And a breaking ball stays outside. Go ahead runs in scoring position here with nobody out. Bouncer down the line. That rolls foul for strike one. The 1-1 pitch. Takes a fastball on the inside corner.
This is going to be an interesting at bat. I think he has to be pitching for a strikeout here, so we'll see what kind of sequence he uses.
And they come inside with the fastball, but it misses here, and it's back to 2-2. Here's the 2-2 pitch. And that one just missed outside. The lefty Jason Hayward waits in the on-deck circle. Now the 3-2 pitch. Hit out towards second. Gloved by Castro. And there's one down now. So digging in now, Jason Hayward. Although there are a couple of bases open, and we'll see if they think about working around him. Here's the first pitch. Now a pitch out, as they might have smelled the squeeze that time. Not close. It's 2-0.
Boy, this is a dicey situation right here, D-Row, with the runner in scoring position. The sac fly brings that run in. This is where you're going to really have to try to keep the ball on the ground as a pitcher. What do you want to do as a hitter, D-Row?
Yeah, right here, you are looking for anything.
Meanwhile, this ball gets down. It's a base hit. Trotting in to score is the runner from third, and they've taken the lead with a run here in the 10th. And he'll reach second now with one away.
Dan, you'll take RBIs any way you can get them, but when they give your team the lead in the late innings, man, that feels good.
Oh, it especially does, especially when you start to score runs late in the game off of quality pitching. When runs are at a premium, that's one makes you feel really good about yourself.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. Fastball runs a bit inside here. It's 1-0. A swing and a ball to left field. That's going to get down for a base hit. The throw to the plate. But the throw is well up the line, and he scores easily.
Boy, that's a big RBI right there to give this team a two-run cushion going into the late innings. And it always makes it easier on the opposing pitcher to know they have a two-run lead.
Yeah, Leo Mazzoni always used to say, old pitching coach for the Atlanta Braves, solos won't kill us, guys. And he's absolutely right. You give yourself a two-run lead, a solo homer's not gonna do too much damage.
He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. Oh, 0-1, here it comes. Here's a little chopper up the middle, scooped up on to first, and there are two down. Chris Bryant will get another crack at it here as we flash you back to the 9th inning. This solo home run was a big one as it helped to get us to where we are now in the extra innings. Tapped up the first baseline. That's a foul ball. Happ at second with two down. High and deep to left center field. Dietrich ranging back at the track. And he makes a nice catch on the track as that ends the inning. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. So now we'll see if these guys can get even in the bottom of inning number 10. Here's Cameron Maybin now. He's
Leading off
looking
for the
for hit
Marlins.
number 3 here in this
Right
at-bat.
fielder, Cameron Maybin.
Now we're going to have a conference at the home plate area, so it would appear that we'll see a double switch here. Brendan Morrow takes the ball, looking to make sure this game goes no further. Save situation here in inning number 10.
Now playing left field and batting in the 6th spot, number 2, Tommy LaStella.
Now the pitch. And he lays off there, 1-0. The 1-0. Sent on the ground out to second. LaStella has it. Throw to first is in time for the first out.
Now batting, shortstop,
Digging in, Miguel Rojas. He singled his last time up. First pitch of the at-bat. Takes a knee-high fastball. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. There's a swinging bunt up the line. That goes foul. 2 strikes on him now. Missed with a slider. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away. Standing in, Justin Bour. He went down on strikes last time up.
Justin Bour.
And Morrow uses the fastball to get ahead. It's 0-1. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. 1-1. To 1-2 now. Miami down to their last strike. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
Hey, it took them an extra frame to do it, but hey, they're not going to complain as they lock up a nice road victory here in 10 innings.
Tonight's ball game comes to a close, 3-1 the final. Mike Montgomery claims the win out of the pen, his first. Brendan Morrow earns the save out of the bullpen, his second. So that'll put a wrap on things here this evening. From my partners Dan Plesac and Mark DeRosa, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a special presentation of MLB The Show. For more, follow us on Twitter at MLB The Show.
Here now is the final line score tonight. First for the victorious Chicago.